Okay, I'm recording. Yeah, so last night Zoe and Helen came over. Right, Rachel's coming on in a minute. Yeah, and we went through all the slides in the presentation, because I know when they went through it the other night, it was quite long. And obviously, if you're going to send off a video to someone, and
you keep freezing, Candy.
Sorry, keep freezing.
Not to me.
Am I all right to most people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably just me.
Jen. Yeah. So, actually, what I'll do is I'll mute you all. Can you mute yourselves?
Yeah.
And then I'll unmute you later. Right, yeah, so basically we went through all the slides because there's quite a lot of duplications, and you can add in other ones. So because if we're going to send it out as a video to people, obviously you don't want it to be sort of 40 or more minutes long, and it was quite long the other night when Helen and Zoe and Danny were doing it. So we've chopped out a few. So I know the guys that went up to Manchester, Zoe had made a note of which slides they'd used. So we've used the ones that pretty much the ones that they've got. So I'll just go. So basically, when you start, whether you're showing this to somebody on your laptop or you can do it on the TV or whatever. I mean, we used to use this presentation before we went to the 45-second thing. So it's quite nice actually going back to it. So you'd have this slide up on the TV when people came in or on your laptop, and then the first one thereafter is move. It's not going. Oh, bear with me. There we go. Right, and then when this slide comes up, so we picked one that was sort of more family orientated. There was about 3 or 4 to choose from. We thought this one sort of suited most people's sort of life situations, families and children, etc. So when this one's on, then you would ask, if you were doing a presentation for your new consultant, then this would be the opportunity for them then on this slide to do their why, so why they've joined the business. And we worked out, Zoe and I sort of divided the amount of slides by how much time, and actually you've probably got about 2 minutes per slide. So not long really. Right, so then the first actual one about is the Arbonne story. So you would just run through this, and you don't have to, you can just literally read it off the slide. So Arbonne is a botanically based beauty, health and wellness company with 35-year history. We have cutting edge research and development, a passionate culture of independent consultants. It's a global opportunity, a generous compensation plan, which we'll go through later, opportunity to will your business, experienced, committed head office team in America and our own head office in this country, and state-of-art distribution and support center. So it's a business without you having to, it's your own business without you having to set up all those bits yourself, which I've got my own business and I have to do all those bits myself. Okay, and then the next slide is this one. So the Arbonne product advantage. Now there's 2 slides to this. So this first one is kind of what's in the products. So we are plant-based formulations, blended of the best of science and nature, highest quality ingredients from around the globe. And well, you could touch on the fact that we are 65% organic, but we can't call ourselves 100% organic because 25% of the ingredients come from the sea, and the sea is not organic, obviously. Can't certify the sea, but the ingredients that they do get from the sea are taken from St Malo, which is in France, which is actually a conservation area around St Malo in France. So gone to the absolute lengths to make sure that we've got really, really great ingredients in our products. So yeah, highest quality ingredients from around the globe, pH correct, which means correct to the pH of your skin. So our skin's either 5.4 or 5.5, and the products actually will adjust to the pH of your skin. So if your skin's quite oily, it'll bring the products or take it back to a proper balance, or if it's very dry, it'll take it back to a normal balance. We're vegan certified, dermatologist tested, I can never say that word, clinically proven, never tested on animals, and built on a Swiss heritage to the European standards. I'm just going to shut the door because my husband's got music on in the background. Sorry about that. Yes, they're built on Swiss heritage to European standards. Somebody got a baby that's talking. Can they mute themselves? Yeah, so if we're on built on Swiss heritage, so in Switzerland they have very, very strict laws. So someone got a baby, are they able to mute themselves? Yeah, so the Swiss are very, very strict about what can go into products, and this is where a lot of sort of very high-end skincare products are made. So we still adhere to all those Swiss standards. So that's what's in the products. And then the next slide, which we were thinking, well, we'd do one or other of the slides, which is what apparently the guys, when you went up to Manchester, that Zoe said there was only one of these slides in, but actually we've decided to keep both of them in, because this is what's not in our products. So the previous slide is what's in them, and this is what's not in them. So we are formulated without gluten, petroleum, which is another word for mineral oil, no animal products or animal byproducts, so we're never tested on animals, no aldehyde-donating preservatives, no chemical dyes or fragrances, no artificial sweeteners, colours or flavours, and no parabens or phtalates. So parabens are chemical preservatives. So the preservatives in our products are natural, made from bilberry and blueberry. I remember going to Sue Alexander's product events, and just absolutely fascinating. We managed to get a bilberry and a blueberry to become a preservative for the products. So really incredible. So one thing to be aware of actually with products is that some of them will have a 12, so they have a two-year shelf life, majority of them, and then once you've opened it, you've got 12 months to use it. But on the Calm products, certainly, it's only a 6-month. So you need to use them up within 6 months. Okay, and then the next slide is about our wide range of consumable products. So when this one comes up, so you can then go talk about each of the different types of product that we've got. So RE9 is our sort of flagship range, and there's an RE9 anti-aging range for men and for women. And men's skin is slightly more acidic, so it's formulated differently. Whereas most sort of men's products on the high street are just whatever the ladies is, but just got a grey label on it. But ours are actually formulated differently. Then we've got the next one along there is the Calm range. So that's for anybody with sensitive skin. And actually what you'll find is if you've got new consultants that are joining, and if they start on the RE9 and they find they have a reaction to it, it's because whatever they've been using before is sort of coming out of their skin, the toxins that are in their previous products coming out of their skin. So do ask people before you start them off on a skincare range, whether they have got sensitive skin or dry skin, because not only is the Calm, we've also got the FC5 range as well. So that's for younger skin, but also it's a bit more for people with more sensitive skin as well. But ultimately, obviously, you want to get them onto the RE9, especially anybody that's over the age of 25, because that's got anti-aging properties to it. Then the next set here we've got is the sea source range, which is, as I was saying, about the ingredients coming from the sea. So that's got lots of seaside products, ingredients in it. Then we've got specialty treatments. So that's the Genius and the CC cream, and there's a moisturizer in that set as well. Fantastic hair products. So this is the Colour Last Pure Vibrance range, and then there's lots of other hair ranges as well. And actually, the chap that formulates all our products now did come from Aveda, so he's very clued up with regard to hair, what to do with shampoos and conditioners and what have you. We've got a very good sun care range and tanning, so self-tan range. So I've just ordered a new suntan cream because they only last a year. Great makeup range. That's really popular. I mean, they used to, I think they, well, whether they still do, but they used to put them into the bags at the Oscars. Then we've got a fantastic nutrition range, which I absolutely love, and my family survive on it. And then there's all sorts of other things like deodorants and toothpaste. So I think there's over 400 products. So a wide range of consumable products. And if you're going to be in a business, if I had my time over again, I'd been in a business that was consumable. Right, the next slide then is what is network marketing. I'm just going to stop because I'm getting various messages. So you're probably all telling me you can't see it or something. All right, just about muting. Okay, fine. Right, so what is network marketing? So obviously, instead of the with the napkins, we went through traditional retail, direct sales, and network marketing. We're cutting out. Obviously, there isn't anything about the direct sales bit there because actually Arbonne is a hybrid of network marketing and direct sales, and that's what Arbonne want us to talk about really, rather than just network marketing. They want us to have preferred clients and for us to actually be, selling things to preferred clients as well. So it's not just on consultants. So with traditional retail, we've got the manufacturer, and then our products manufactured, it goes to a wholesaler, and then people will come and buy it from the wholesaler, and then it will sit in a warehouse for a while, and then a lot of money goes into the sales force and obviously advertising, huge amount of money into the advertising. Then it goes to the retailer. And I used to work for John Lewis, used to design the windows for John Lewis, and our budget, 16 years ago, was nearly 30 grand a year to design the windows. So imagine the amount of money that goes into the rest of John Lewis as a whole. There's not much of the product that's manufactured. By the time it gets here, the amount of money that's actually spent on the ingredients is quite minimal. And then it obviously goes off to the consumer, and this process can take up to 7 years. So it's obviously got to have chemical preservatives in it to keep it fresh. As opposed to network marketing, it's manufactured in Irvine, California, which is where our head office is. You come on a ship across to us, then we go online. So there's a little warehouse here, and I've been to head office in this country. It's quite on a small little office estate. Then we go online and order it with our own ID, and then it comes to us within 48 hours. So no process in the middle, basically, just me with my computer and the DPD man. So we have marketing and distributing a product by the word of mouth, effective distribution system, and the company provides the infrastructure. So everything's already done for us. It's a flexible schedule. We work it when we want to, when we can, sort of morning before we go to work, evening when we get back. It's our own business. You can have your kids wandering through behind you. It's a brilliant opportunity and a lifestyle choice. So you work it around what you're already doing. So the next slide then is why Arbonne, why now? I'm just going to And this slide talks about the various different economic groups. So we start with baby boomers. So these are the people, I think, over the age of 46, 47. So I've just dropped into the baby boomer age, and these are people that have probably, I never really got to grips with this slide. I always made Helen do this one. So baby boomers are, over the age of 47. They're probably coming out of their businesses, and their pensions are minimal. They haven't made much on their savings because obviously interest rate is really low. So they're after another income stream, essentially. Then Generation X, they are the green revolution. So people that are interested, so sort of from, I think, in the early 30s to mid 40s. So these are people that are interested in, keeping the planet the way it should be, what's going into their products, concerned about what they're putting on their babies, just much more aware of being green and having good things in their products. And then the millennials, as we're calling them, they're sort of a younger generation. Again, they can, whether this is, I don't know what kind of age group this would be. I really need to find some notes on this slide and work it all out. So a younger generation again, but it's they've got ownership and flexible lifestyle, so they can work around whatever they're already doing. And then we've got the digital generation, so internet-based business, so they're very savvy on the Facebook and social media, so great opportunity for them as well. So network marketing is booming, and people want more from the time they spend working, regardless of age, generation, or socio-economic level. And then the next slide is experience and share better products. So this is stop, start, and share. So essentially what we're doing is we're buying skincare, well, not only skincare, but skincare, nutrition, etc., in retail shops. Well, we stopped doing that. So we stopped buying from retail stores and paying them an overhead and giving our money to stores who don't pay us a commission. And we start enjoying the benefits of Arbonne products, buying superior products as a discount from our own business, and getting paid when others purchase Arbonne products from you. So we get paid when they purchase from us, but also when we start to build a network and people start ordering underneath us. So, and we share. So we share with others how to do the same. We share with people how to buy products, healthier and safe products, and how to order online and have products delivered safely to their door. So whoever taught you to be part of this, all you're doing is then teaching someone else exactly the same. And we just need to keep it simple, because simple is duplicable. Okay, so it starts with you. So you come in as an independent consultant that's just you on your own, and then you start talking to some friends, this is a way of starting to talk to friends. So you would show them this presentation, have a business launch at your house, which is what we used to do when I first started, and then you start getting people on board, and then your network grows, and then it grows a bit more. And this slide is to represent the fact that you've got some preferred clients. So you may have people in your retail network as opposed to just in your consultant network. So preferred clients and people that love the products but aren't particularly interested in the business. So we were just concentrating on business builders, but now we're being encouraged to think about preferred clients as well. And it's something that I have had a lot of preferred clients in the past, but I haven't been very good at sort of keeping up with them. So that's another strategy for me to get my head around. Then the next slide is that we are a global opportunity. So we're currently in the United States, Canada, and United Kingdom, Australia, and Poland. So, and you have the ability to build a business in any of those countries that Arbonne currently is. The future expansion potential. We have future expansion potential into new markets. Taiwan is next, and you can build your business in all Arbonne markets. So that's fairly straightforward. So, and obviously with us being able to use Zoom, we can communicate with anybody all over the world, as long as you can be up at the same time as them. So that's, yes, it's great. And the one thing about Arbonne is the fact that we are only in 5 countries at the moment. Most network marketing companies have already globalized, so they've been in more than sort of 65 countries. And we are 35 years old and still only in 5. So there's all that blue bit still to go. So that's quite exciting for the future of all our businesses. Then the next slide is our compensation plan. So, and these are the average incomes at each level. So, and this is average yearly income at each level. But I mean, these actually seem quite low compared to, we were discussing it last night, that the average income for district is, well, that we're aware of is higher than that. So, but you're not allowed to, you can talk about real life situations, but you can't, I mean, this is the beauty of this side, it sort of plays it down a bit, really. But I know, well, certainly from a district can be anything from sort of £120 a month right up to sort of £900 a month. So you build up through each level. Area manager can be anything from, yeah, about, well, £400, £500, £600 up to £2.5. RVP is from yeah, 2.5 up to 10, and then national vice president is anything from 10 and above, so unlimited potential. And then obviously if you're a regional vice president or a national vice president, then you get a cash bonus for a white Mercedes. So we're not allowed to say that you get a free white Mercedes, we say you get a cash bonus to use, so to actually buy a white Mercedes or to lease a white Mercedes of your choice. Then the next slide, it's not moving, come on. Next slide is, so we're getting towards the end here. So having gone through the compensation plan, it's then where do you see yourself? So there are 3 ways to become involved in Arbonne. So the first one is to become a host. So if you host an evening, you'll receive free products and benefits, and you can invite friends and family to learn about Arbonne products. So that's a bit like the Stella and Dot party that I went to at the weekend. So and a lot of other groups in Arbonne do these host events. And on the new website there is quite a good way that you can send out. In fact, the Stella and Dot one works very much the same. So I got a invite through the post, through an email. Then you reply to that to say whether you're going, and then it's all on their website like it is on ours. And then anything you order, then all the shipping is split. So at the moment, obviously we pay carriage on each order. If your host is having a party and lots of people order, then the carriage cost gets split between the various people. So you know, it's a good way of doing it. So you could host an event, you could become a client or a preferred client. So if you weren't interested in the business but you love the products, then you can become a client for nothing, but you don't get any discount. If you want to be a preferred client, then you can pay £15 to become a preferred client and get 20% discount. And actually now, if you are a preferred client and you spend over, I think it's 250 QVs, then you get your £15 waived anyway. Or you become a independent consultant, which is £54 to start and 35% discount, and then entitled to success packs, which is a bundle of products where we get 50% off and you get those in your first 2 months, or an ASVP, which is an Arbonne special value pack, which we're entitled to 50% off as well. Unlimited income potential, opportunity to earn the Mercedes-Benz cash bonus, and personal growth and development. So I think we'll all vouch for the personal growth and development is amazing, and the support from your network, from your team, is just incredible. I mean, I joined it initially for the money, like we all do, but now really, if there wasn't the money, I still wouldn't leave. I just love it so much. It's, you know, it's my life, and I've made some extremely good friends through it, and you know, I get to work with my sister each week as well, which is fabulous. So then the next slide is dream big. So where you are where you are today because of your choices, because of the choices you made yesterday. If you keep doing what you're doing, where will you be in 5 years? Instead of asking what if it doesn't work, ask yourself what if it does. Will you say yes to your future today? So I mean, I think that was one of the first things that, well, when I went to my first event, there was the whole kind of, you know, where will you be in 5 years' time if you don't do something different? And it just hit home. I just thought, well, I'm just going to be doing exactly the same then. You know, I love my interior design business, but it's not scalable like, you know, this is, and the overheads are huge. So, you know, this is my pension, this is kids' inheritance, this is the whole lot really, and I absolutely love it. So, yeah. So if you're doing this to guests, just talk about your own story and what it's done for you. So that's the dream big, and then they finish off the presentation just with this slide. So there's various people around their white Mercedes, and this picture here, I'm reliably informed, is Debbie Neal's house. So that's a party at hers with all the cars outside. And that's it. And then there's a independent consultant compensation summary at the end, which has to be in. So I'm sure anybody who's into legal stuff would love to read that, but I ain't reading it. Okay, so please feel free to unmute yourselves, and if you've got any questions. And then what I'm going to just show you as well. So the other night when we, Zoe and I had, well, we did a thing here, and she's talked about, and I'm sure she's put pictures on the Facebook page about what to send people home with. So they come and they hear about Arbonne through this presentation, then you don't want them just to walk out the door and, you know, you've got no contact with them. So what we decided that we would do, and apparently Shannon Johnson, which is a daughter of Donna Johnson, sends people off with a sort of nutrition for a couple of days lunch. So there's a ready mixed chocolate shake, ready mixed vanilla shake, and I got these bags actually from a chap in town who went to the cash and carry. It was £4 for 100. So they're great size. Just put your shakes in. So we include a chocolate and a vanilla, and then a fruit bar, a fruit nutrition bar and a chocolate nutrition bar, and then a couple of fizz sticks as well, so one of each flavour, citrus and a pomegranate. So you pop those in, then you put a catalogue in as well, and also a health assessment sheet. So it's got a whole load of questions about, you know, sort of multiple choice questions about your health. One of them that I recall is your form of exercise picking up the remote control? So it's quite an amusing little, you know, survey to go through. And the idea then obviously is to making book a follow-up appointment with whoever's gone off with the bag, so you can find out how they got on with the nutrition. So they've got 2 days lunch in there, fill in their health assessment sheet, and then when you get back together with them, you can ask them whether they think, you know, the business is for them, or whether the products are for them, or whether they want nothing more to do with it. You know, you've got a reason to go back with them, but to get that follow-up appointment booked in, so they don't just walk out with free lunch for 2 days. You've actually got a reason to go back to them. Yeah, so so that's it essentially, and yeah, we've got 1 minute 20 left. So actually, it was nearly 40 minutes. I probably could speed it up again. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to go through this presentation and actually record myself over the top. So then we've got it to send out to people. So if people can't actually make a business launch, then they'll be able to see the video. So any questions?
Candy?
Yeah.
I struggled to get onto the Google Drive of Zoe's. Is there any chance you can email that over to me?
It's a massive file though, so it won't.
It?
Yeah, it won't. I tried to email it yesterday.
Okay.
It won't, which is why she stuck it on it's on my Google Docs. I could add you to my Google Docs, but I don't know whether that would make any difference to.
Yeah, can you try, and I'll try and get onto your.
Yeah.
I can't get into Zoe's for some reason.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Thank you.
I'll get my technical queen tomorrow to have a go. If not, that's you, Rach.
Thanks, Rach.
Okay, so we've got less than a minute. Any other questions? I mean, you can text me, Facebook message me afterwards if you've got anything you wanna ask.